2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch.
Regular.
Check. Lucky.
Run.
Flare.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, Hunt nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Alert! Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Switch.
3rd and long for Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
180.
Right there. 56.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see. Hey, alert 33.
Check 26. Check 26.
Regular.
Kill. Watch the eye.
Watch.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt.
Kill.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Real. King.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
180. Hey, alert. You ain't got nothing.
Months 56. Months 56.
Hey, let's pin. Hey, alert. Go.
Check 24. Check 24.
That's
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, come.
74.
54. Months 54. I know he ain't getting
Sunday.
Watch the twist.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 25.
Check 50. Check 50.
Point it right. Check 30.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pistol. 56. Mike, 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield, and it's complete. Hooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check 3.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Real.
Now Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
First down, Philadelphia. Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
I got you. I got you.
5-7.
54.
Hey, orbit.
Check.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Wentz again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will stop right around the 25. They were looking for Johnson that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
55, Mike 55. Big stop.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I'm here all day. Pistol. Check.
First down, Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on a sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Mack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Alert 3, alert 3.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
56. Up left. We own it. We own it.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jarrell Casey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ross on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Wentz. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Check the out read. Wide, get wide.
Run.
Kill.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Mayfield to throw it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Right there, 54.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Regular.
54. I'll get him.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
44. Watch the run.
We're good.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, they get back in the win column as they move to 2.